Hello everyone, welcome back. Google just released Gemini 3, and if you look past the marketing fluff, there is a significant architectural shift happening here. For the past 2 years, we have been treating LLMs as stochastic parrots, meaning predicting the next token based on the probability. Gemini 3 is finally moving us from System 1 thinking, which is fast, intuitive, prone to hallucination, to System 2 thinking, which is slow and deliberate reasoning. Gemini has been multimodal since the beginning. Previous Gemini models could see, hear, understand vast amounts of information and natively generate across modalities. Gemini 2.5 Pro took the next step with the advanced reasoning, enabling AI agents to think, code, and take action. Now, Google is taking all this to next level with Gemini 3, the strongest model in the world of multimodality and reasoning. It's Google's most intelligent model designed to help you bring any idea to life. Starting today, Google is rolling out Gemini 3 across their products. In Google Search, Gemini 3 enables new kinds of generative user interfaces, and it can code interactive simulations from custom built for your search. In Gemini app, you can use the full range of Gemini 3 capabilities for all kinds of tasks. From learning, creating, and planning to taking action, analyzing complex videos, and more. You can start building with Gemini 3 Pro. It is already available in API. Google also introduced a new platform called Google Antigravity, their vision of software development at the frontier of model intelligence. It lets you use Gemini 3's agentic coding capabilities to accelerate how you build. The rollout of Gemini 3 series will continue in coming weeks, with models introducing new features across the different modalities and model sizes. This is the just beginning for new Gemini 3 series. It is another critical step toward making AI more intelligent and personal for you. You can learn more about how you can try Gemini 3 at DeepMind's official website. Now let's look at the numbers first. They're claiming an ELO rating of 1501 on LLM Arena. That is massive jump, but the number you should actually care about as an engineer is GPQA Diamond. It is at 91.9%. This tests PhD level domain mastery. Previous models, even Gemini 2.5 Pro struggled here because they tried to guess the answer. But Gemini 3 is hitting 90% plus because it's verifying its own logic before it outputs a single token. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 4 major announcements in this blog post. DeepThink, Generative UI, Gemini 3's new vibe coding capabilities, and their new agentic development platform called Google Antigravity. Let's jump in. First up is what Google calls DeepThink. Now, we have seen a chain of thought prompting before, but this is different. This is inference-time compute. For example, here we start feeding the Gemini 3 a dense academic paper on deep learning for material discovery. Instead of a text summary, we prompt it to build a custom interactive 3D visualizer. It parses the graph neural network architecture directly from the PDF and generates the WebGL code to render this molecular graph in real time. It's translating the abstract math into rendered environment. And here it's visualizing the active learning flywheel. It understands the cycle of generating candidates and filtering them with DFT validation, also building the animation logic from the scratch. The result is this visualization of 2.2 million stable crystals. It has effectively turned a static PDF into deployable, explorable data applications using generative UI. Next, let's look at temporal reasoning. We upload a new footage of pickleball match and ask a certified coach audit specifically for the woman in yellow hat. The model isolates her specific biomechanics from the rest of the players. It's not just object detection, it is analyzing her form. Look at the output. It identifies that her ready position is too low and critiques her backpedaling. It then generates a structured training plan to specific drills, like flashlight wall drill to correct exact mechanical failures. It's debugging the physical motion. Gemini 3 is the best vibe coding and agentic model Google ever built, making their products more autonomous and boosting developer productivity. It tops the LLM Arena leaderboard, scoring at impressive 1487 ELO. It also scores 54.2% on Terminal Bench. It tests the model tool usability to operate a computer via terminal. It greatly outperforms 2.5 Pro on SWE Bench Verified, a benchmark that measures coding agents. Next, we'll talk about generative UI. Here is the standard LLM experience. When you ask about something like RNA transcription, you get a static wall of text. It's accurate, but it's passive data. Now let's use Gemini 3. We ask Gemini 3 to show us the mechanism. The model detects the user intent that requires a visual aid, not just a description. Instead of retrieving a precast video, it writes code to render this interactive RNA polymerase simulator widget at runtime. We can actually visualize the elongation process. It also passes the second part of the prompt, the prokaryotic comparison, and structures that unstructured data into clean side-by-side visual architecture automatically. Now let's talk about Google Antigravity. This is a big one. If you're a developer, stop watching that chat window and look at this. This is Google Antigravity. They are positioning this as an agentic IDE. The industry is moving away from copilots, which are basically fancy autocomplete to agents. Here, Google Antigravity is building a flight tracking app. Given a flight number, it will return the relevant data. After prompting, the agent goes out, does some research, and puts together an implementation plan. I already like how this looks. The agent then proceeds to implement its work. After completing the implementation, it will open up the Chrome browser and use it to test that everything functionally works correctly. As it works, the agent takes a screenshot that user can review and comment on. User can then make a few improvements here, and it also can do some design explorations. The agent will take that feedback and in this case use Nano Banana to generate several design options for what the output could look like. I mean, it is already looks pretty clean, so user is telling the agent to use it as its part of final output. Now the agent will once again take the feedback, implement the changes, and test them in the browser. This looks much better. In the end, the agent will compile a walkthrough, a report showing all of its work, including the browser recording of final output, to prove that it has completed the task successfully. That is the Google Anti-Gravity in a nutshell. It is so powerful. So the conclusion is, Gemini 3 feels like the moment we finally graduated from simple chatbots to actual AI agents. It's no longer just guessing the next word, it's reasoning, planning, and building alongside us. It has already crushed the #1 spot on LLM Arena leaderboard, proving that Google is officially back on driver's seat. Honestly, seeing tools like anti-gravity and deep think in action, making it a genuinely exciting time to be a builder. I can't wait to use Gemini 3 more and build awesome products with it. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, please subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.